Albania, it's me, WonkyTonkBotty in the flesh. Well, in the voice at least. Now then, let's fight about. Let's answer some of me fans' questions, eh? Clorox Energy Drink asks which parody of mine was the hardest to make. Well, the elephant in the room is Fagerline turns Hitler in the bunker into a Flash cartoon. Honestly, Vegas is a piece of piss to work with in comparison to Flash, if only because all the effects and videos are already preset for you, whereas everything has to be animated manually and frame by frame in Flash. But yeah, not counting that parody, the hardest to make would probably be my two horror parodies, Hitler's Nightmare to Remember and Hitler Enters the Red Room, or the three most recent Downfall parody music videos I made due to all the sentence mixing and pitch shifting. Raven is the best! Thanks for those congratulations, man. I know you're one of my most loyal subscribers and I appreciate your support. Your question, who or what inspired me to become a parody maker? Well, I kind of jumped on the bandwagon in 2010 when everyone and their mom was making subtitle edits of the original bunker scene, since it just looked quite fun, and the fact that you can make Hitler rant about pretty much any subject, which is always good. I really sank my teeth into the meme when I subscribed to Hitler Rant's parodies, as his modified traditional parodies gave me ideas, and also inspired the splicing of scenes in different orders, as the meme evolved. ComLag asks what my username WonkyTonkBotty means or references. Well mate, it's basically a remix of the song title Honky Tonk Women by the Rolling Stones, combined with a bit of childish toilet humour. Yeah, I was even worse for it back in 2010, because I was still a teenager at the time. You also ask if I'd consider using new sources or the newer Michael Rosen poems. Yes, and yes. I haven't entirely thought about what other sources to use, but any source that can be fucked with and messed around with for comedy goes. And I'd also like to showcase my talent some more by using the newer Rosen sources, since I've been sticking to the first and second generation of his poems a bit too much recently. Delphox. Why'd the green penguin cross the road, you ask? Because he's gay! Cody D. Bunny, who's a popular G modder and a big fan of my YTPs, asks what my least favourite of me Downfall parodies or YouTube poops are. My least favourite parodies would probably be Hitler's Stinky Dinner Feast, since it's so god-awful in its presentation and follows such a crude premise. And even worse, Magda's response to her kids liking Justin Bieber. It's just an incredibly contrived and childish excuse to be as offensive and edgy as possible, which makes it really pathetic and lame on my part. My least favourite YTPs would be Michael Rosen becomes a gynecologist, since, like the former, it's just unnecessary lewdness up to 11, even for me, and the sentence mixing is a bit pants for my standards. Oh, and also the corner of the shit, just 'cause it's a lazy effort on my part. The joke's too predictable, and I feel really embarrassed for actually showing him playing a fucking anime porn game of all things just for the sake of some comedy. Honestly, fuck them videos. Nick Lancer asks what's my favourite video that I've created by far. Again, Elephant in the Room would be the Flash cartoon, since it's just such a humongous effort and a milestone within the meme, and a testimony to my talent, of course. Other pieces of work I'm most proud of would be Hitler Gets Waited for His Birthday, Hitler Enters the Red Room, my entry to the 70th birthday collab for Michael Rosen, and probably the 2017 remaster of Bergdorf's Pistol of Armageddon. And before I forget, the DPMVs I made for Delphox's DPMV contest. Easily some of the best works I've ever produced. Mr. Rhino Official, another one of my biggest fans, cheers mate, asks what I like most about parody making. For me, parody making is not only one of the most versatile and far-reaching memes of all time, due to the limitless subjects and jokes one can make with the Hitler ranting scenes, but it's truly a work of art as far as I'm concerned. If one can create not only funny jokes and flashy effects, but a good story too, or just do something unique that hasn't been done already within the meme. That's one thing I've always tried to experiment with in my Untitled career. Cheshire Cat John O'Nator asks if I've ever made a video that even I found offensive. Yeah, Magda's response to her kids liking Justin Bieber, as mentioned earlier. Also, my latest Michael Rosen poop was designed to be a lot more inflammatory than usual, since it's doing more than just not safe for work jokes and taboo subjects. And I can't tell Delphox apart from that gay Singaporean fox who thinks he's a hacker. You should know that by now, mate, because you pointed it out. And GTT didn't fully cross the road because he forgot to stay off the tracks and got splattered by a John O'Nator train. First of all, forgive me in advance, this commenter, for not being able to pronounce your name, since I don't have any knowledge of the Ukrainian language. Sorry about that. You asked what my favourite video games are. Well, in no particular order: Ace Combat, Doom, Battlefield, Oddworld, Forza Motorsport, Serious Sam, Crash Bandicoot, God of War, Devil May Cry, and the first and second gen Pokemon games. BenKira21, a fellow Unterganger and a big star in the DPMV business, you should give his DPMVs a view, asks if I'm going to make any more Flash animated parodies soon. Yes, luckily for all you lot. I haven't got any ideas or plans for them yet, but I do want to continue making Flash animated parodies at some point. In fact, at one point, I'm hoping to recreate all the most famous downfall scenes in Flash to be used as templates by other Untergangers. Champion Red asks what my name WonkyTonkBotty is supposed to mean. I already answered that question to Comlag. Check the early part of the vid, mate. Byomyonku, I hope I pronounced that right, sorry if I didn't, asks what the best and worst downfall parodies I've seen are. Some of the best parodies I've seen would be, in no order, Fagerline tampers with Hitler's lawnmower by Kakashi Ball Z. It was the first FX parody I saw, and even if it's not the best, it had me in stitches the first time I saw it. Also, Fagerline the Lost Tapes Super Hitler Cart. Now then, I think he's a bit overrated personally, and I'm not a Mario fan really, but I've got to give credit where it's due. The effects in this parody are just breathtaking, without detracting from the humour either. The Silver Universe's Hitler's Llama Priest and Childhood series are also some of my favourites, because they're hilarious, they follow a great formula. Llama Priest has a fantastic story, and like the Lost Tapes, the effects are an orgasm. There was also a parody by a retired Unterganger called Nietzsche Prime, in which Himmler and Fagerline crash Hitler's airliner into the World Trade Center. That was a personal favourite of mine, just because of how boldly offensive it was. Also, any DPMVs by Ninetales and BenKira are usually top-notch stuff. And as for the worst, anything made by Slaneender, Mick132, Hanif837, or last and absolutely least of all, Come Tell Me Peter Yaya, who could forget him? Ugh. 987 Computer asks, what inspired me to make YouTube poops? First of all, I was watching Michael Rose and YTPs by fellow Unterganger and friend Ben Allinson Davis 361, since the concept just looked interesting, and second, it was too good an opportunity to pass up, disgracing an author of children's poems like that. TB76 Returns asks how long it took me overall to make the Flash parody. The first part took about 2 months to animate. It was easier since only the second half of it actually has any Flash animation in it. The second part took about 3 months due to more animation and the quality of the graphics and animation being improved significantly from the first part. And the finale took 5 months since not only did the animation improve even more, but obviously it's much longer in duration and contains loads of Vegas effects as well. So the entire thing altogether took about 10 months of labour to create. I'm just grateful that it paid off. Iron Maiden Portugal asks who my favourite downfall character to take the piss out of besides Hitler is. Boring, as you've probably noticed from a lot of my parodies from 2013 onwards. Seriously, so many fart jokes, fat jokes, Team Fortress 2 heavy references. It's just so easy to pick apart that I can't rip on any other character other than Hitler more than him. Well, having said that, Goebbels is a good candidate too. Fucking hell. Alvira June 67's got a whole essay for me. Well, here we go. When I met the cast of the Warriors, did I just take pictures or did I speak with them too? Well, yeah, of course I spoke with them. This was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, especially for someone not from the United States. And they were all really down-to-earth and friendly to speak with. The Discord chat. I'm there every now and then when I'm not at work. I haven't got enough free time to be on there 24/7. I am fairly active when I am there. Other good movies based on Stephen King stories besides It, The Shining and Carrie. It's Wonky! Yes to the first part, no to the second part. Kerry Shale, never heard of him. Yeah, I've heard of Horrid Henry stories. They were around when I was a kid. They're of no relevance to me now. The Michael Rose and Bertie collab hasn't even crossed my mind yet. And to be honest, I'm not even sure if I will participate in it, since the YouTube community is pretty toxic from what I've seen. The best South Park episode. I enjoyed most of seasons 11 and 20, and anything with Randy Marsh is usually hilarious. I love that Scott Tenorman must die episode as well. I can't think of the worst episode overall, but the ones in which they get too preachy with messages or run a running gag into the ground 6 feet under are usually quite unfunny. As for Daria, yeah, I've heard of it, but I've never watched it. This question's already been asked and answered. Last and certainly not least, my good friend Will Mannion from the CMC channel asks, would I rather have my head shaved completely bald, bearing in mind I've got real long hair in reality, or have Diane Abbott sit on my face and shark completely naked? No brainer, the first one. At least my hair grows back eventually. My dignity sure doesn't. Also, I could just get a wig or extensions, I suppose.